I'm Terry Evans. Welcome to the Network of Giving podcast. Today, we're joined by Jason from United to talk about how local business can compete, build loyalty, and strengthen their communities. Thanks for joining us today, Jason.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, Terry.
United has been serving your community for generations. What are some of the biggest challenges that local retailers are facing today that are very different from even 10 years ago?
Yeah, for sure. Well, of course, online retailing is a major change. All the digital, the fact that you can buy most of the products we sell and most of the products from around the world online and have it delivered to your house is a big challenge for retailers. That's probably the number one thing. Secondly, of course, is the way that we market and advertise and talk with our consumer. That's of course changed radically over the last 10 years. We find that building loyalty with our customers and getting them reasons to come back and getting the connection is different today than it would have been 20, 30, 40 years ago for sure, and even 15 years ago. So, people's expectations have changed.
Many businesses spend thousands of dollars every month, for that matter, on advertising, trying to attract customers. How do you balance customer acquisition with customer retention?
Well, I think that our goal, our what we try to do, of course, is have word of mouth. That's the number one advertising we could have is we sell you a bike, Terry, you tell your neighbor how amazing the experience was and how much fun you're having. He sees you smiling and you tell him that's probably our number one goal. So getting word of mouth advertising and referral type stuff is probably our number one thing. But the majority of our money is spent through digital means now. It used to be radio and newspaper and billboards and all those things. Now it's digitally to go and attract customers through web ads and shopping online shopping ads and things like that. So those are less personal. So creating a personal connection with our consumer is probably one of the greatest challenges we have through those type of means, because it's not event based, right? It's not that we're sponsoring an event or that it's connected to some type of charity or anything. It is just purely an advertisement to encourage customers to click and stop by our website or stop by the store. So it's a less personal interaction we find.
Well, you
Yeah.
talk about word of mouth. This kind of goes hand in hand for many small businesses. Understanding what customers really think can be at times difficult. How important is customer feedback and insight when you're making business decisions?
Well, it's probably the number one thing that we would of our good customers is that we know what their expectations are. So, for example, the guys that and ladies that buy for our company, all of our product is purchased by people that work on the floor so that they are able to interact with the customer and get their information. So when it comes to we're not a big enough company that spends hundreds of thousands of dollars on focus groups and all those type of things. We try to talk to our customer as much as possible, and that is choosing to be proving to be more and more and more difficult. Every day, they more and more are engaging with us online. They come in the store. Time is not their friend. People are in a rush and scrambling. So there's not as much time as there used to be to sit down and talk about how their hockey season is going or their bike riding is going, and get each time we have that interaction, it gives us some touch points that we can go and try to either change our assortment or change our approach or work with our team members to adapt to what what our consumers are wanting. So yeah, getting their feedback is critical, and we're finding that is proving more and more difficult.
Jason, United has been deeply immersed in the community with a deep connection to community for
Mhm.
decades.
We have.
Have you seen changes in how customers respond to businesses that actively support local causes and nonprofits?
We used to see a much greater sense of loyalty. So if we were part of the particular supporting a particular bike ride, in our community, we would find that there is a great sense of loyalty then from those consumers that were interacting that way. Nowadays, with the pricing of things and the opportunity they have to maybe see the same product online for a few dollars less, loyalty is harder to come by. I believe too, and it's not our consumers' fault. Their time pressures are very real nowadays, and so especially with two-person households working, there's some changes around that. But yeah, but I do believe that people deep down fundamentally do like to support businesses that support their local areas. But a lot of the charity stuff nowadays is not necessarily local. And I think that's one of the unique parts with the network of giving that we've found is it allows us to engage locally, because that is our number one goal, is to support local events, local associations, local people, so that the money stays in our area and continues to grow our community, because we think that's something that is radically missing in today's world. That things have gotten so global that supporting large charities that don't have a local connection is not necessarily driving and providing growth in our community.
That was going to be my next question. I mean, what attracted you first to the network of giving? Because United, I mean, it helps United address some of the challenges around customer loyalty, engagement, and community connection, and knowing
Yeah.
that the dollars are staying right here locally. So
Yep.
that's very important, not only to the consumer but also to the business. Correct?
For sure it is. Yeah, we've had the privilege of utilizing the network of giving. We're looking forward to the new version coming out and being able to interact with the latest version of it. But we found that everything about it was geared to local business, not the large conglomerates. The local business having an opportunity to share with their consumers that when you purchase with us, that a percentage of your business automatically goes to charity without any weird and consuming interaction from both our business or the consumer. We think that is radically unique and very simply and powerful. The fact that it goes locally. We also believe that it gives the local business a leg up or a unique proposition to their consumer to continue to encourage loyalty. If you shop at our business at United, then a percentage of our business goes back to the consumer or back to a charity. I mean, in a real way, not in a lip service way or a virtue signaling way. No, no, the actual dollars go to a local charity that helps underprivileged, in a particular case for us, an underprivileged kids be able to participate in sport, and we think that's a really really big deal. And so we think the local part of it we think is extremely powerful. It's why it's one of the things that we think. The other part that we really struggle with, and you talked about it earlier, was getting feedback from our consumers. It used to be that in some of the social media and digital platforms, we got more and more data about our consumer. They fed us information about our consumer, and a lot of that has changed. So now with the network of giving, it really tells us who our consumer is when they're engaging us, what seems to be important to them. They have the opportunity after they purchase from us to give us very direct feedback, which is amazing. We also get aggregated data that gives us a really good understanding of how our consumer base is maybe changing. So, and to get that information is extremely powerful. And lots of times it is only big business that have the money to create that information. And I think there's a real threat around local businesses, local entrepreneurs that are not having the opportunity to get that same data, the same information on their consumer. And I believe this platform allows for a local entrepreneur to get great information so they can continue to thrive. And I think that small business needs continued support in order to thrive. Because if we lose the small business entrepreneur, I think our communities are in big trouble.
A lot of that is
Yeah.
contributing to your marketing as well. As any sensible business owner, you're
Yep.
constantly evaluating where you're spending your
For
marketing
sure.
dollars. And
For
aside
sure.
from what you just said about the data
Yep.
coming in and the
Yep.
feedback and everything, what stands out to you about the value proposition of network of giving compared to traditional marketing approaches? I know you kind of
Yeah,
mentioned
yeah,
the
yeah,
digital advertising
yeah,
instead of television and radio and that sort of thing. So
yeah.
just further to that.
Yeah, I think that it's a more personal connection with our consumer. It is not just a one-way push of, hey, here's a product, it's on sale, you should consider to buy it from us. It allows us to connect the whole loop. We have a great product, we have very competitive pricing, and as or more importantly, if you buy from us, you're going to be supporting these local charities, and you'll be supporting them in real time, and you can see the results happening directly. I think that for a lot of consumers, especially younger consumers, I think that they do appreciate the opportunity to see that a portion of what they buy goes to supporting some type of local charity. Whereas today, I think there's a lot of gray around, even if it's said in the media, I think there's a lot of gray and disbelief that it's actually getting to the right people. And my understanding of everything I've seen with Network of Giving is how well that is audited, and how purposeful they've made sure that it is very open and transparent. So I truly believe that the younger consumer is appreciating the opportunity to ensure that their stuff is going to a charity. So yeah, for us, it's a more meaningful and direct communication with our consumer. It allows that relationship to be formed even before they come in our store. We hope when they come in our store, of course, that our staff and our team members, that people feel very, very welcome, and of course very connected to our company. But I think this is the best step I've seen in getting that connection started before they walk into the building.
Again, it's almost like you're reading my mind with the things I'm going to talk to you about or ask you about next. With if more local businesses embraced a model like the network of giving, what kind of impact do you think that it could have on both the businesses and the
Yeah.
communities that they serve? Because even the things you were talking about with younger people, with that
Mhm.
apprehensiveness,
Yep.
wondering is my money going to administrative fees more so than anything else? But you can choose and direct where your money goes when you spend with United.
Yeah, I believe that United has an opportunity in the versions that we had to go and encourage where donations could go. But I know that the individual consumer had the opportunity to pick where their charitable donation from us went, and I think that's a really, really powerful thing. I believe that we are at risk of small entrepreneurial businesses of being where I think we're really under threat with the large conglomerates and the online businesses. So, um, for our local company, when we sell a product, it allows us to keep and hire more team members. We pay taxes in our local community, so do all of our staff and all of our team members, and that allows all of us to reinvest back and buy things and keep the economy going in our area. When money goes to large online organizations, that large online retailers, or retailers that are not in our area, that money disappears. It never comes back. It does not go back into refostering our community. So I believe that this program very clearly encourages consumers to shop locally with their local people that they know are giving back to their local area. And I think that yeah, I really believe our business world is under threat right now. And unfortunately, the real losers will be the consumer in the end, because they are going to get less choice, less personal service. The second that all the local plumbing store dries up, we're in big trouble, and we're headed down that road
Communities strengthen communities from
for
a
sure.
retail aspect of it, from a consumer aspect to
Yeah,
the entrepreneurial aspect, and it all is so cyclical. So it's
for sure,
great to see
for sure.
how important this is
Yeah,
to, like you said,
yeah,
small and medium
yeah, yeah.
businesses that are out there.
The other thing, Terry, that I'd just like to share, if you don't mind, that was really radical to me with the network of giving, was the fact that we really only paid this donational part. The donation part went out, which was the larger amount of money. The fee is not that much, the larger amount of money, but we only did that when someone actually shopped. Whereas most marketing, most programs you become part of, you pay all your fees up front, you pay your advertising money up front. There's nothing that closes the loop that they actually shopped. And the network of giving is very unique in the fact that it closes the loop, that you pay this donation, it costs you. I use the direct word, it costs you once the consumer has actually shopped in your store. And that is a powerful thing. Many of the other things we are asked to do or things we try to do are all front loaded, and you hope that it works. And they want you to look at metrics. No, this actually, you give once the shopping's actually happened, in our case. That's amazing.
Terrific opportunity to speak with you today, Jason from United. I thank you so much here talking about how local businesses can
Thank you.
compete, build loyalty, and strengthen their communities.
Love it.
Please find out more at networkofgiving.com.
Thank you.